You know, don't sell yourself short. If it's $3, it's $3. I mean, that's just that. Because I often think about Louis Vuitton and Gucci. They have a target audience. They don't want low class to buy their things, so they keep it high. So that way we think, oh, I can't afford it. No, it's just not your time to get there. But if you work hard enough, you can have it. So I say stay positive. Remind yourself why you started. Always go back to your why and your reason.
I like that. We have some great, grounded, oh my goodness, they got some great things today. I like what you said. When you said, you got to build a team that shares your vision. You know what I'm saying? You can't have too many chiefs. Everybody can't be a chief, you know what I'm saying? Everybody can't take over. And you can't take over the world by yourself. You know what I'm saying? And the goal is not to take over the world, but just to enlighten the world. You know what I'm saying? With like-minded individuals and with just great energy around you guys. So kudos to y'all for keeping the great energy around you. Get some great people, get some great friends, get some people that are going to support you 24/7 and speak positively in front of your face and behind your back. You feel me? So yeah, ladies, let's go. Let's keep it going. I'm ready to learn some more. Come on. Next question. Y'all ready? What has been the most significant barrier in your career and how did you overcome it? Let me repeat it one more time. What has been the most significant barrier in your career and how did you overcome it? And this was, oh, it actually says for Kimberly Harden. This one for you. This one for you.
Okay. I would say that keeping in line with what I'm all about is you, me. Your most significant barrier to your success is literally you, right? That's what you were talking about. That's what you guys were talking about earlier. And what I mean by that is self-management can get you through anything. All right, I'm gonna go dark here for just a minute. But if you think about really, really, really hard human experiences and the people that made it out. For example, my skin tells me that somebody in my ancestry went through a really dark time to come to this country. But they were managing themselves in some kind of way to survive it. Right? And of course now we're not talking about surviving, we're talking about thriving. And so managing my thoughts, what am I thinking? What am I thinking and then feeling? And how am I reclaiming that and reclaiming my story, right? So in my book I talk about going through mental health illness, mental health crisis, hearing voices, right? Suicidal thoughts. And so with that, that's a mental health crisis. But then if I tell myself the story that, oh, I'm a victim and I'll never be able to come out of this, and someone, my ancestry was never, no, you change your story to yourself, and that is how you get over that barrier.
Like that. The barrier is you. Sometimes it's just us that is just stopping ourselves. And we talk ourselves out of a lot of great things. Why do we do that? I don't know. But we gotta keep telling ourselves not to do that. I'll tell you that much, all right? What about you, Ms. Chessie? Would you want to elaborate on that?
So, barrier and challenge for me as a social worker is having to go have a job where people don't understand your code of ethics and your values as a social worker. So when you're in the business working for other people and they want you to do things that are against your code of ethics and you have to advocate for yourself, for your license, this is my livelihood. So I'm going to stand up for what's right and I'm not going to do it even though if that costs me my job because at the end of the day, this is my livelihood, my license.
Right, yeah. You gotta make sure you good. I'm going to stand 10 toes down on me. Yeah, what about you, Mom? What you got to say on that?
My thing is, let people know their boundaries. Set boundaries. Set boundaries. That's the main thing. Set your boundaries. Like she said, what you're not going to do. Because some people will try. We'll try for you to break and go your boundaries. I mean, you need to have boundaries.
And a quick question. Now, this might get off topic, but how do you stop someone? How do you set those boundaries and how do you stop someone from overstepping?
Just about putting them on the front line. Saying it at first. Like, no, I cannot do that. You know. No means no.
Right.
I can't.
Right. And I hear it all the time. We're like, oh no, I just can't say no all the time. I just can't say no. It's just so mean to say no. You know, what can we say about that, ladies? What can we say about that?
You gotta be assertive.
Gotta be assertive.
You gotta know what's right.
That's right. And no is a complete sentence. Right? Yeah. No is a complete sentence.
I thought it was just a word.
And you don't have to give an explanation behind it.
Exactly.
Facts, that's dope. Okay. So no. You gotta say no sometimes. I mean, you gotta say no. You gotta watch out for yourself. You gotta be assertive for yourselves, okay? Great job, ladies. Great job. Let's go on to the next question. You ready for the next question? Here we go. So, I love this one. This one's for Ms. Lisa Knox right here. This one's for you right here. How important is it for women to work together and support each other's businesses?
Wow. Yeah, that's awesome. For one, every woman needs to feel secure. You need to know that you are worthy, you are enough, and just because you're selling popcorn and someone else selling popcorn, you still support. Support, because when you give support, you'll be surprised how much support comes back to you. You know, often at times, back to social media, I always say it doesn't cost to share. It doesn't cost to share. Even if, you just word of mouth is support. Support goes a long way. Now I am, with me and my platform, my social media, I'm very cautious of what I share. I don't share anything that comes across, or someone inboxes me and asks, hey, can you put this on your page? No, because at the end of the day, that's back to boundaries. Back to setting who you are as a person, because your name is who you are. You are you. And also listen. Sometimes we have to listen. Let the other woman talk.
Oh.
Let the other person talk.
That's why we got 2 ears and 1 mouth.
Right. That's
right. Listen more, talk less.
Because we don't know everything. You know, you don't know everything. And it's always when you're listening and learning, it also gives you room to grow, give you room for improvement, and never be afraid to ask for help. That's something that we pride on. I don't want to ask her for help. But if you don't know it and you consider that person a close friend or someone that's in the same, shares your vision, you shouldn't be afraid to ask for help.
Right.
Yeah. So what did you do? Like, how did you get this program started? When I did my first conference, it was so many women that reached out. How did you do this? Don't be afraid to give the next person, a little hint, a little motivation, a little encouragement, upliftment. Because people you think over the board, those who you think is going to support you or not. Family you think is going to be there or not. So you'll be surprised how many strangers you draw just by doing what you do the most. And that's okay. Like the guy said, the millionaire said, you get one share, one like. They're watching. Even they're not liking. You put something on their store, they're watching it.
Yeah.
So you keep doing no matter what, you keep going. And like I said before, stick to the reason why.
Stick to the reason why. I love that. Facts, man. Facts. And y'all want to jump in too? Y'all want to jump in on this too? Why is it important for women to work together? Why is it important?
Chelsea just said she covered everything.
Right, she did. She hit everything on point. Give me some. Bow. That's what I'm talking about. So look, we're gonna go to the next question. Oh, okay. So this one's for the future generation right here. So this is a general question. What advice would you give to the next generation of female entrepreneurs?
Nothing comes easy. You're going to have to work hard for any and everything that you want. At the end of the day, be open to receive feedback from people. Like y'all said earlier, you won't know everything. Be open to constructive criticism. Be ready to receive that financial gain, but also know that you're going to receive some losses as well. That comes with that. And like I said, you're going to endure obstacles at the end of the day. It's just a fork in the road. Find out which other way that we can go. It's just a detour. Don't let that stop you. Keep going.
Thanks.
Chelsea, that is so good. I love that. I think that I would say that caring for yourself, self-care, put that first, because as women, we are socialized to put everybody first, to do this for everybody, our parents, our children, our husbands, our life partners. And if you take care of yourself first, and you really put self-care first. And when I say self-care, I'm talking about boundaries. I'm talking about the story you tell yourself and about what has happened. I'm talking about the daily affirmations. I'm talking about building a team around you of people that care for you. For example, advocating for yourself when you go to the doctor. Don't let them just tell you whatever. Putting together a health team around your mind, your body, and your spirit. You pour into your cup first, then you'll be able to pour into others' cups.
And I would say, advice that I would give is to have a solid plan. Know what you're doing, knowing, like I say, back to knowing your targeted audience. Know what it is that, like the Black Millionaire said. I mean, someone asks you, what are you doing? What is it that you do? Be able to let them know quickly. And also come up with, that's why I chose Love Like Lisa. It's easy, it's simple.
It is.
You know, and it's like, it's catchy.
Love like Lisa. I'm trying to love like Lisa. No, ladies, that was some amazing, great advice, amazing just perception, and just guys, thank you for giving that respect. Like even like I said, sometimes we miss that as men, and just to hear that, it gives us another way to work with women, to look at women entrepreneurs, and just realize that, hey, we're not so different. You know what I'm saying? We go through the same struggle, we go through the same. Some of them different. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, we still have some problems, and we still got the same solutions to bring it together. You know what I'm saying? So I really just want to thank you guys for giving the information out here. Do we have any questions out of the crowd? Right here, yeah, not here. Gotcha. What is a book that you would recommend, or a book that has changed your life? Because you know they put stuff in the book that they want to keep away from us. That's where the good stuff is in the book we go read. Go ahead.
I would say that The Power of Positive Thinking, I think, is really important. Anything by Norman Vincent Peale is also important to read.
Norman Vincent Peale.
Yeah, working on that mind, that positive mindset. Any books that will do that, very important. Great question.
I would say I Am by Demetria Bowie. It has great things in it. A lot of overcoming childhood trauma, just not being a product of your environment. You know, stepping out and not, although you came from something that was so bad, you still came out and you saw the good in it. And that's what every situation, it has a lesson in it. Every relationship, situationship, whatever you're in, I take the good out of it.
Right.
So don't look at everything as a failure or I failed. No, you take what you learn and you move on, and you pick up and you just keep going.
I didn't do my turn.
I'm drawing a blank on the author, but it's How to Be a Millionaire. And in that book, it's one thing that they talk about is list 25 ways that you can make money. You think about that, it's hard. And so you list it.
Facts, okay, yeah, I like that. What? Oh, go ahead, you have something more?
And on another note, talking about women and when it comes to men, I can't think of the author, but he's on Facebook, The Man God Has For Me. So those of you who are single, the man God has for you is out there. Don't settle.
Yeah.
Do not settle. Know your worth. Get the man that God has for you.
I like that. Amen. Let's go. Right here.
That is an amazing question. Can I take it first?
Got it.
Okay. What is your name? Elizabeth, you are in this space for a reason, right? And the reason why I say that is because I noticed you in this room before you raised your hand for the question. This is community, right? And I didn't know you before today, but I'm going to be trying to get in touch with you later on today. Community is what you create around you in any given moment. And what I mean by that is there are virtual communities, there are online communities, there are people who are in your space that are just one step away from connecting you with another community. And so when you notice that the people in your space do not have your values, it's when they are really not pouring into your uplift, right? And it may not be because they don't want to, they may not have the resources to, the emotional, the spiritual, the mental, the financial resources to pour into you. But there's a community that is right next door to you. I think it said that we're like 6 degrees of separation, something like that. Every human is. Have you heard that thing? And so basically anyone in this room can get you access to a new community that is ready to pour into you, right? So you're looking for people that have common interest with you and are going where you're trying to go. Not where you are, but those who are going where you're trying to go. Great question.
She hit it right there, yeah. Keep building that community. You know what I'm saying? If you see something they don't like, it ain't nothing to try something new. You know what I'm saying? Just keep trying to experiment.
It's okay to outgrow. It's okay to outgrow people.
Definitely okay to outgrow. Any more questions out there? Oh yeah, here we go. Take cheesy.
Got me speechless. me being me, I'm also around women, but like, I mean, okay, say for instance, like a barbershop, you know, if take my little brother to the barbershop, it's a lot of men in there. You get nervous, you're like, So I walk in, hey everybody, how y'all doing? Y'all doing okay today? You know, and things like that. But on the opposite side, it is hard to feel like I'm not a dude, I'm a woman, but I want to be treated as such. Yeah, you're gonna respect me, you know, so you have to demand respect, but also it's just the men you are around, because if you're around men, they're gonna make you feel like a woman. You won't have to try, they're gonna make sure you're a woman in their room. That's the difference between boys and men.
Yeah. What the boys that would have made that?
Yeah. I gotta get on this. Give me your name again. Taylor. When I came into this room, you were showing up in your full glory. That's the name of my LLC, Joy and Full Glory.
That makes sense again.
Yeah.
I'm kind of jealous. I ain't got it.
Right. So when you walk into a room, you show up in your full glory. What does that mean? You be you. And that's what you were doing today, right? And the people, I forget who said it, I will not take credit for this, but when respect is not being served at the table, you get up from the table, right? So the men that you're surrounding yourself with, they are serving you respect. So you show up in your full glory every time, girl, just like you did today, because it's awesome. You got the sauce that ain't nobody got, right? You show up in your full glory, right? Yes,
And just to piggyback off of what everybody else says, my last job that I had, I was the youngest black female in a leadership role. Everybody else were men and they were older than me. At the end of the day, I'm not going to let that intimidate me. If I don't motivate myself, who else will? So I'm going to walk into their room, I'm going to hold my head high because my self-esteem is high. I know what I can bring to the table. So I'm not going to let anything anything that anybody else does intimidate me, because I know I can at the end of the day. And to go back to what I said earlier, positive self-talk, positive affirmations. You got to make your mind strong. You got to tell yourself every day, I can do it. I know I can. If I don't know how, I'm going to figure out how.
Thanks.
So when I walk into their room, I'm going to own their room when I walk in there.
Right. That's nice. Now look, I'd like to add something real quick, right? Now look, I know I'm not a woman, I'm not going to a women full of men, okay? But look, I have seen where it is a room full of men, and there is just one woman in there, right? And I've seen both where one woman is intimidated and the other one is assertive. Not assertive in words, but assertive in her actions, in her gestures, in just her aura, you know what I'm saying? Like, just coming around. But even for the one that was intimidated, like, she still grew into it. You know what I'm saying? She was still going. She was still going. And I've been in a situation where we had men and we had boys. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to let the men know out there, like, a mind is a mind. You know, whenever you're teaming up with women, men, younger people, older people, it doesn't matter. The mind, the quality and stuff that's coming from each other's mind is going to push whatever the vision is forward. And you got to be open to that. You got to be open to listen to a 12-year-old, because I've seen committees who have 12, 10, 7-year-olds on their panel because they want to know what their thoughts are. You know, we need to have women in our companies so that we need to know what the women are thinking about. You know what I'm saying? We want to make sure that's open. So yeah, definitely, that's a great talk, women. Oh, look, we got another question here. Yeah, many questions.